Yes, dear children, today let us go to the next topic, behavior of real gases. Okay, now what are real gases? Real gases are those which do not obey gas laws at all temperature and pressure. And what are ideal gases? Those which obey gas laws at all temperature and pressure. Okay, for that matter, no gas has been found to be ideal. Okay, all the gases that are known to us, they are real gases. They do obey gas laws but at low pressure and high temperature only. Okay, they do not obey the gas laws at high pressure and low temperature. They obey the gas laws at low pressure and high temperature, but not at high pressure and low temperature. Okay, and what they have found, soluble gases and easily liquefiable gases, they show larger deviations than permanent gases which show lesser deviation. Okay, that is hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, they are all called as permanent gases. Permanent gases are those gases which are naturally available. Okay, whereas this SO2, NH3, they are all made, is it not? Naturally available, you cannot say. Okay, so these are easily liquefiable gases. Why they are easily liquefiable? Because intermolecular forces between the molecules are greater, so they can be liquefied. Okay, now let us see a graph P versus PV. Now you know very well, according to ideal gas equation, for any P, PV should be a constant, is it not? That is what is shown by the dotted line here. That is showing ideal gas behavior. And what the gases are actually showing, you see, for methane, PV is going down, and then at this point, it is behaving ideally for this pressure. Corresponding to this pressure, it is behaving ideally. Okay? And then again, it is deviating. Same way, carbon monoxide, it is initially going down, and then at this point of time it is behaving ideally, and then again it is deviating. And then helium and hydrogen, they are totally showing deviation. They are not at all showing ideal behavior under any condition, right? Okay, now to what extent a real gas deviates from ideal behavior? How to find out? This can be used by a term called Z, which is called compressibility factor. Okay, now what is this compressibility factor? It is equal to PV by nRT. Okay, or when you say PV is equal to ZnRT, the Z is called as compressibility factor. So Z is equal to PV upon nRT. Okay, now for ideal gases, PV is equal to nRT, so Z factor will be equal to 1. But for a real gas, PV is not equal to nRT. In that case, Z should be either less than 1 or it could be greater than 1. If the Z factor is less than 1, that means such gases are showing negative deviation from ideality. And for those gases whose Z value is greater than 1, they are showing positive deviation from ideal behavior. Right? Okay. Now, let us see. Supposing Z is less than 1. What is your expression? Z is equal to PV by nRT. Is it not? Now, if Z is less than 1, anything less than 1, that means this should be higher. Only then, if the denominator is higher, the net value will be lower. Is it not? It will be less than 1. If it is equal, then Z is equal to 1. If this is more, then Z is less than 1. If this is more, in the sense, for the given conditions of pressure, volume and temperature, which is going to make all the difference? It is only this N, the number of moles, which is going to make all the difference. Now Z is less than 1 for gases such as methane and carbon dioxide, and you say such gases are more compressible. Now when I say Z is less than 1, this N should be greater. What does it mean? In a given volume, more number of moles of those gases can be accommodated in a given volume. If more number of molecules can be inserted into a particular volume, you say it is more compressible. Okay, what is it due to? Because attractive forces between the molecules are more. That is why you are able to fill up more and more. अगर उन दोनों के बीच में आपस में रिपल्शन होता, आप जितना मर्जी कोशिश करो, एक वॉल्यूम के अंदर एक पर्टिकुलर लेवल के बाद आप घुसा ही नहीं पाओगे. अगर वो कंप्रेसिबल होता तब जाके उसके अंदर आप डाल सकते हो. ठीक है. सो फॉर सच गैसेस Z इज लेस देन 1. ओके, सो दे आर शोइंग नेगेटिव डिविएशन. सो if Z is less than 1, then N is greater, number of moles that you are able to accommodate inside a given volume is greater. If you are able to make them enter into a given volume, that means that gas is more compressible. And if you say it is more compressible, that means attractive forces between the molecules are more. Okay, now come to the next reasoning. Z, if it is greater than 1. If it is greater than 1, what does it mean? If this is greater than 1, N is greater than 1. This will be less. It will be less, is it not? It will be less than 1. Okay. So greater than 1 for which type of gases they have found? Hydrogen, helium. I told you they are permanent gases. They exist as gases and they are found in nature. Okay. You and me have not prepared it. It is already present. Of course, in certain reactions they are produced. That's a different case. But this is naturally present in the environment, right? Such gases, they are less compressible. If Z is greater than 1, the gas is said to be less compressible. Why? If Z is greater than 1, then N should be smaller. Denominator mein jo N hai, that should be smaller, only then Z can be greater than 1. That means you cannot make these gases get into a given volume beyond a particular extent. Okay, that means they are incompressible gases. They cannot be compressed. Why they cannot be compressed? उनकी आपस में attractive forces है ही नहीं. They are very, very weak. That is why they cannot be compressed. Okay, now based on the given understanding, now what is the significance of Z? Let us see. Now Z is equal to P into V real upon nRT. Z का जो concept है वो real gases की basis पे ही आया, because all the gases are not ideal, they are real gases. So now P into V real upon nRT. So what is V real? V real is equal to Z nRT by P. So this is your first expression. Okay. Now come to ideal situation. V ideal, P into V ideal is equal to nRT. Now from this expression, what is V ideal? V ideal is equal to nRT by P. Okay. This nRT by P in this equation, you replace it by V ideal. So you will get V real is equal to Z into V ideal. ये आएगा, और Z is equal to V real upon V ideal. Okay, clear? That means Z is the ratio of the actual volume of the gas, that is, which is experimentally observed, to the calculated volume at the same temperature and pressure. Is that clear? Observed volume and calculated volume. Calculated volume is theoretical volume. Observed volume is based on experiment. Is that clear? Experimentally observed is real volume, and calculated volume is nothing but which is theoretical. Right.